Hello and welcome, I am Raziel, and today we are talking about why you should collect the Lawmen. And why should you collect the Lawmen? Well, first things first, they are fantastic looking models, and kind of a sneaky confession, I wanted to do this video because you can use the Infernal Affairs posse in Mythos. Now, Mythos is for you guys who love horror games. It's based around Lovecraftian lore, kind of. Oh, basically, yeah, it's as close as you can get. It's based on the waterfront, it's New Englandish. And you can use the posse of Infernal Affairs, which is one of my favourite posses, to be honest with you, because you have Helena Miller in her jetpack as one of the most best looking models War Cradle produces for a single miniature. She's a large base, it's very dramatic, and it's very cool. So there is that. And yeah, before I forget, of course you could use the Secret Service one as well, but I completely forgot about that one when I was doing the Union video. I was more focused on Dystopian Wars and of course Wild West Exodus. There, here we go. The Lawmen. Now, as I've said before, one of the best things about Wild West Exodus is the named characters, and the Lawmen has, I think, one of the highest amount of historical named characters out of all the factions. I may be wrong, alright, but I'm pretty sure the Watchers and the Aliens might not be that famous on Earth. We have the Earps, Wyatt, Morgan, Wyatt, Warren, Morgan, James, and Martha. All four Earps are here. So that's your first one. And of course, James is a robot, and he's on the Iron Horse, as with Martha and Warren, which are fantastic looking models. They're the most expensive posse, by the way. The Vengeance of the Earth is one of the most expensive posses. It's a £50 posse, but they are all in vehicles, which is actually, again, makes it cheaper than GW, surprisingly. And not only do you have the Earps, you have Doc Holliday and Wild Bill Hickok. And I'm sure there's some other named characters, but of course, it's everyone's favourite first, Doris Day, Calamity Jane, and she's there getting drunk. I think she's another great looking model. It's such a cool looking, just having her standing, it's a nice model. The Showboat Ranger posse is another really cool posse, because you have this you have all these different looking models, and Calamity Jane really stands out because she's just there just doing the whole Archer, hold still while I drink this bottle. I freaking love it. It's fantastic. She's a like I said, War Cradle do some of the best looking models I've seen in a long time. I love their models. I love painting their models. So yeah, you have some of the best posses in there. You have the Vengeance of the Earps posse, which is great. You have the Armoured posse, and the Infernal Affairs posse, and the Showboat Ranger posse. So you have 4 different posses as well. So you have a fair choice of posses to choose from for your army. So if you wanted to build an army pretty quick, it would be done for 170 quid, and you could have all 4 different posses, and you'd have a nice range of models and types. You have the Robot Horse Blackhoof, which I think is fantastic. You know, and Blackhoof is one of the best looking models. I actually painted him, and I thought it was fantastic. It was such a fun model to paint. I painted him and Jedrick Powell. I got the Infernal Affairs posse, which is they're both in. So the posses are great. What else makes it great? Now, those who are long-term watchers of my videos knows that I love more than anything else is a diverse army, an army that is full of diversity and range, where you can have lots of different units, and well, Lawmen has you covered. Right. Outside of the incredibly large amount of bosses, there is 10 different bosses. That's including the legendaries as well, which is Legendary Wyatt Earp and Morgan Earp. So Morgan Earp's copied twice, but you have your Legendary and your normal, and Wyatt Earp's twice as well with, again, the Legendary and the normal. There is 29 face models units. Now these are like lesser boss characters, but they're pretty good looking. 29 of them, which is fantastic. Like I said, you've got a lot of models you can have. There's lots of unique characters, and you've got Nakana Gozen, which is one of my favourite models. I'll be painting and building her later. But it's the hand. Now hands are kind of, well, best way to describe these are your your troop choice, like your basic troops. They're not named characters, they're nothing special, they're just normal guys. You have deputized gunslingers, deputized sharpshooters, ranger interceptor, which is your, well, I'll use this as your iron horses, a ranger minutemen, and veteran rangers. So you have 5 different types of troops, which is great. I love that. And you have several specialist units as well. You have Wayland for Smith. We've also got the UR31C Heavy Lawbot. The Lawbot, again, is a nice model. It's basically robots. So yeah, you can have robots in your army as well, which is always pretty cool. Having robots in your Wild West game is probably one of the best parts of Wild West Exodus. It's just so weird and out there. It's just great. Now, that's the thing. Wild West Exodus is basically that. It's Wild West on a divergent timeline with, better science fiction. Better science. So there you go. So that's the thing. With the Lawmen, you are really getting some great models. You're getting some great variation of models. And there are so many good ones as well. And they're really dramatically posed, which is one of my favourite things about it, is that they're not that static. They're not just like in some heroic pose. Every model has like a little story it tells. Helena Miller is one of my favourite models that Warcraft produces. And she is on a jump pack. You've got this big billowy cloud of smoke coming out of her jump pack. She's she's aiming down one pistol, she's holding up the other. It's fantastic. And you've got Calamity Jane on her, drinking a bottle of beer, telling someone to hold up while she's drinking her bottle, and has her rifle just sort of balanced precariously next to it. Wild Bill Hickok is a nice looking model. And again, you got the wild horses, and you got the Vengeance of the Earps, and the stories behind them as well, which is another one. Like Morgan Earp's story on why he's basically more machine than man now, and why he got upgraded as well. Like the fact that, this is one thing I always like, when they do a story and then they upgrade him, is they actually add to why he's been upgraded. Morgan Earp went from, having very basic mechanical to this fully powered armor. He's just a head with a set of lungs and a heart now, and the reason was he went from Covenant being enlightened to helping him out from not dying. Now he has been totally souped up by everyone's favorite Serbian, Nikolai Tesla. And there you go. So yeah, collecting it is because you have some fantastic stories in it, and there is some great looking, most of them are great looking models, to be honest with you. And I just think they're one of the best factions. But also, again, you've got the Infernal Affairs in Mythos. So if you want to try Mythos, you're going to already have a set for that game too. So you can try that game without actually having to buy anything else. So, it's just a fantastic bonus in general to do that as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video on why you should collect the Lawmen, because they're fantastic. And I'll see you all again soon. Link to Wayland Games if you want to buy this stuff, which I honestly suggest you do, because it's a fantastic game and everyone should play it. It's such a fun game. And Mythos is fun too, actually, to talk about, which I should actually start talking about that too. Mythos is fun too. So there, and of course there's savings on all the other Warhammer as well. And other War Games, Mantic, all of the good stuff. And there is my art, my merchandise, as always, cups, t-shirts, etc, etc, etc. And there is my comic, if you're into Lovecraftian weirdness and, sci-fi stuff like that as well. Especially if you like Little Red Riding Hood hitting people with axes. And there is, of course, Patreon and Footprint Planet. If you're going to support Patreon, please buy yourself something nice first. I'd rather you do that, because I get the same amount of money out of it either way. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all again soon, and have a great time. Enjoy your games, and bye-bye.